Hey there, and welcome to the Duty Station Download, where we teach you how to love your new duty station. In today's episode, you get to meet my friend Spencer Thomas from Cross Country Mortgage, because we're going to be encouraging you to explore real estate investment as a pathway to financial freedom and a pathway to maximize your experience at each of your duty stations. Spencer is going to talk to us about the VA loan and all of the incredible benefits available at your fingertips as a service member.
This is the duty station, download across the nation. This is the duty station, download it. This is the duty station, download it.
I specialize in all things VA loans. I am a veteran myself, was a chemical operations specialist in the Army Reserves for about 6 years. Got out because I got med boarded, injured both my shoulders, and then I came into finance. And what I learned from a lot of my clients in the private banking space is that true wealth is created, for the most part, through real estate, residential and commercial. Both make a lot of money. Both are fairly easy to do, as long as you know what to do, when to do it, and have the right team with you.
I was very seriously discouraged from doing this on every front. My family told me not to. I went to military landlord Facebook groups, chewed up and spit out by the people there telling me this is not passive. And that's one thing you need to learn. For me, it's been incredibly passive. So I want to be here to share with you my story, how much money we've made. I'm going to pull my real numbers on screen so you can see where we are financially from our investments. You saw that an investment for $195,000 could turn into a $250,000 profit in less than 15 years, and an investment of $350,000 can turn into almost $1 million investment in less than 15 years. Those are the things that I want you to consider adding to your portfolio as you go along.
So as of the past 4 years, my focus has really been serving the veteran community. And so the VA loan itself is for those that served in the military, active duty, reserve, National Guard. If you're not sure, if you have that access to it, you can go to ebenefits.va.gov and do a quick certificate of eligibility search for yourself. With the VA, they're guaranteeing 25% of the loan volume to the institution. And that's why you can get away with no down payment and no mortgage insurance. It's a phenomenal product. There's no cap right now if you've never used it before. You can buy up to Fourplex. You can buy a single family dwelling. You can buy a hobby farm, all sorts of things you can do with the VA loan.
That's right. You have to live in it for 6 months.
Technically, they say about a year, but there's a cool thing what I call life events, like a birth of a child, divorce, marriage, new job for a spouse, something that would be a life event. Then you can move sooner. You do need to move in there, have a full intent to move in there. Now, let's say you close and then you get orders after you close. That's okay.
Yes, so we're interested in possibly like what you guys had said, the fourplexes maybe, but we were thinking about maybe like living in one for a little while, or building them and then living on one side and then another family in another side. We just weren't sure like how that works. My husband just recently retired. So yeah, we just have like a lot of moving pieces, but definitely very interested in this.
It really depends on how much you are willing to bite off, but it's really case by case based on the market that you're going to be buying in. Some markets, there aren't any fourplexes available that are affordable. Some markets like San Diego, where you can buy a single family dwelling reasonably, and even a single family dwelling with an accessory dwelling unit reasonably, but not a fourplex. Don't let the zeros scare you on the purchase price. What I like to look at is what is my cash flow going to be on that property. So I'll say, okay, if I buy this fourplex and I live in one of the units, is the income from the other 3 units going to be enough to cover the full mortgage payment? Or if I weren't in the 4th unit, how much would the income be to cover the mortgage payment? If all 4 units are rented out after I move out in about a year, wouldn't cover my mortgage payment, I'm not going to buy the fourplex. If it would cover the mortgage payment, then I get to decide, which one's going to give me the greatest return. So it's really personal preference. I say, what's going to help you sleep best at night? Because sometimes it's not always about chasing the dollar. But for those of us experienced in real estate, the best way to get started is to buy that fourplex right out the gate.
You guys, I cannot talk my spouse into it. He won't do it. But I would have had one on day one if he would have done it. Does anyone else have like a really stubborn husband? Yeah, he's like, I'm not living with roommates again. I'm like, that's not what it is.
Currently, there's no cap. They did away with the cap in 2020. What that means, and why it's a beautiful thing, is you can buy up to a fourplex with your VA entitlement. As long as you can qualify its residual income test for the debt, we can get you the loan. And I can even use the future income from the other units to qualify for the debt as well. You do have to hire a property manager for at least a year, unless you have 2 years of landlord experience. And you need 6 months of reserves of payments for that property. But other than that, if you can meet those expectations, if you're single or you don't have any children and you're you're okay living in one of the units of a fourplex, there isn't a better way to grow your wealth faster than buying a fourplex right out the gate.
And the cool thing about the military is because the military is stationing you around these gigantic hubs, and they're sending hundreds of thousands of people to each hub all over the country all the time, is you're already living in areas where real estate opportunity is going to be there for you in the morning, in the evening, next month, the month after that. Rental properties are going to be there for you as an ongoing opportunity. So everybody, let's go love our duty stations. Let's go make a lot of passive income and make positive change in the housing market for our community.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.